really meant when he said on the edge of my seat. Was he nervous and anxious? Was he living dangerously? Or was he excited and filled with suspense? Or, even more interesting, wait, you've got to stay until the end to find out what Max really meant. Have you ever said, I'm on edge, but what you really meant was, I'm living dangerously, so I'm on the edge? Or maybe you've said, he's on the edge, but what you really meant was, he's nervous, so you should have said, he's on edge. The reason I'm making this video, and by the way, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm Nas. If you're returning, welcome back. You really are on the fast track to leveling up your English. So the reason I'm making this video is I had a group class yesterday, and I was explaining on edge to my students. And someone asked me the difference between on edge and on the edge. And she thought it was actually the same thing, just an extra word, on edge, on the edge. And actually, they have two very different meanings. But today I have a bonus for you because I have on the edge of my seat. I thought, let's dive right in and do everything related to edge. How does that sound? So if you want to learn the difference between on edge, on the edge, on the edge of my seat, stay tuned until the end. When you make these little mix-ups, you confuse native English speakers. You confuse other speakers who may not even be native English speakers. It makes you sound a little off. But today we can fix them in just a couple minutes. Are you game? Let's start with on edge. On edge means being tense, being irritable. So when would you typically be on edge? If you have a big presentation coming up, you have a job interview coming up, you have a test coming up, right? So he's on edge because of the test tomorrow. He's on edge. He's irritable, he's nervous, he's on edge. Just two words, on edge. No nothing else. He's on edge. So on edge, think in terms of emotions. Okay, it's got nothing to do with physical. It's emotional, on edge, irritable, nervous, on edge. Now let's move on to on the edge. On the edge, the extra word, on the edge. This means dangerous, risky. Think Red Bull. Red Bull, those guys driving Formula One cars and doing all those stunts, they are on the edge. They are on the edge. They are living on the edge. This is more physical. It's also maybe behavioral. So he lives on the edge. He goes bungee jumping. He rides fast bikes. He makes wild choices. It implies danger, not emotion. On the edge, living on the edge. The Red Bull, what do they call those stuntmen? The ones doing all those dangerous stunts, living on the edge. I think Tom Cruise went up to the top of the Burj Al Arab. I think only 5 people have done that. Him, Mr. Beast, and I don't know who the other 3 were. I think it was, one was the Prince of Dubai. So those guys were living on the edge. So can you see the implication of physical danger on the edge, living on the edge, danger, compared to on edge, which was irritable, nervous, more of emotion. Okay, that was emotion based. Whereas on the edge, it's danger, physical danger. Now let's talk about on the edge of one's seat. On the edge of your seat, it means filled with suspense and excitement. So I'm a huge Formula One fan. And when I watch Formula One, I'm on the edge of my seat. But I saw a really cool, funny post on social media today where Max Verstappen, 4 times world champion, was being sarcastic. The Monaco Grand Prix was really boring. It was what we say processional, just round and round and round, no overtaking, really boring. And by the way, if you know an idiom for boring, pop it in the comments below. It's got something to do with paint. Or wait until the end and I'll give you the answer. So the race was really boring. And Max Verstappen was being quite sarcastic about the race. And he said, "Ooh, I was on the edge of my seat." He was mocking how boring it was. But when we say on the edge of one seat, on the edge of my seat, it means filled with suspense or excitement. So at the moment, there's that Diddy trial going on, and I think it has everyone on the edge of their seats because it's filled with drama and excitement and suspense and that element of what's going to happen next. So, on edge, the first one, on edge, emotional, nervous, agitated, anxious, on the edge, living on the edge dangerously. Just think of those Red Bull guys, okay? And the third one, on the edge of my seat. Horror movies, action movies, they have you on the edge of your seat. James Bond movies. If you're a James Bond fan, you know you've got to hit that like button. So let's do a quick recap. On edge, nervous, irritable. It's all about the emotion. Number 2, on the edge. This is risky. This is dangerous. It's about the danger, not emotion, not drama. Red Bull, guys, remember? And on the edge of your seat, this is suspense, excitement, Mission Impossible movies, Tom Cruise, James Bond. It's about emotion and it's about drama. Would you like more phrases that native speakers like myself use without even thinking about it? Well, then please do take a moment to like and subscribe. And if you are an intermediate learner who really wants to master pronunciation, tone, intonation, as well as idiomatic language, then check out our Emily channel. We've moved Emily to her own new channel, so check that out. I will put the links in the description. And if you are an advanced learner who is chasing fluency, really wants to learn how native English speakers speak, also if you want to understand those less familiar terms that you definitely do not find in textbooks, then I'm here to help you. All you have to do is like, subscribe, and spend a few minutes every day or twice a week watching these videos. You're going to get more out of one video than you would get out of those boring textbooks, many of which were written and published in 2008 and have never been updated. So in my opinion, they do not reflect the real world. And our mission here is to introduce you to real world English. I'm Nas, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, let us know in the comments below. It is ciao for now.